Happy Tuesday. Happy Travel Talk
Okay.
Tuesday.
Woohoo! Hello, everybody. Welcome to Travel Talk Tuesday. We're back.
And we are back like we never left.
Right.
Are you going
Oh,
bananas?
huh?
Are you going bananas?
Yes, I'm so ready for this. I've been ready for this for a little while, but now I'm actually getting really excited. It's time. It's definitely time for this to be back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is definitely time. And I will tell you, up until it was time for us to do the show, I was booking travel today.
I was too today.
It's a lot. Everybody is sick of being grounded and they're ready to get out of their room and go be outside.
Most definitely. They're ready to go do something, anything but be at home.
Absolutely. So I know you're a cruise booker.
Yep.
So that's has that all that you've looked at?
A little bit. Well, actually, no. I started looking into a couple of other things because since cruising was shut down, oh my gosh, my thing just popped up. Okay. Since it shut down or stopped cruising for a while, there were other things that I was trying to figure out other things that I could do around the US, so that I was tired of being at home. So one of the big things that my family has been talking about is train travel. I know that's not something that you're excited about, but they really have some cool places.
No, I did
So
see that. I did see that. And I did see like I have seen a few people that were getting into that as well.
because I don't know what other people I love to drive or ride, but the mountains really bother me as far as driving in them.
Oh man.
Because when we drove to Vegas,
Oh, bro.
yeah,
Never
whew,
again.
yeah. So that's the area that Jacob wants to go. So I'm thinking I want to drive through the Grand Canyon and all that kind of stuff. So I think a train is a really good idea.
I mean, I think I might be down with it. I might have to, get a little more information or whatever. But I'm super excited about cruising. I'm ready to sail. Get me on a ship. Let's go.
Yep, I've been looking at some of the options myself because I was doing some quoting last night. So I was looking at where do I want to go since I've cruised. So my big agenda is Alaska and Bahamas. Those are the two places that, um,
Alaska.
yeah,
Yeah,
I've
that
been
sounds
talking
really
about it
good.
for 2 years, and I've done the Caribbean. So
I
I'm
think we've been talking
thinking,
about it for like 4 years.
yeah, a while. So I think
Yeah.
it's time to hit up the Alaska frontier.
I want to see the lights. I want to see the
Yeah.
northern lights.
Well, I want to do the whale watching.
I want to do that too.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited about that. But I ask you if you were just looking at other things because when I was looking at like the Caribbean, because the Caribbean is hot, 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 I was looking at some things and it is booked up tight, like bananas. It is crazy. It is crazy trying to get a booking. Everybody is booking it up. The Caribbean, Miami, Vegas, it is going crazy. And right now, New Orleans.
So do you think people are doing that because it's the safer thing for the moment because there's really not a lot of you can really do the Caribbean, but there's not as much international. A lot of people that were doing the whole Dubai and Paris and all
That's
that kind of
another thing.
stuff
Dubai
are.
is another one that is booked up tight.
That's one of mine on my list. I have a hair right.
It's another destination that I'm seeing a lot of people going to, Dubai and actually Egypt and Belize.
Really?
Yes, and Puerto Rico. Puerto
Yeah,
Rico.
I really want to go to Egypt really, really bad. That's a place I want.
Um, Stephen Bright has a trip coming up to Egypt. It's a group trip, and you do the pyramids, and then you do a yacht, and it's really nice. I took a look at it yesterday, so he wants to do some collaboration. Shout out to Bright Lights Promotions and Travel. So he wants to do some collaboration, and when I looked at that Egypt, I was like,
That's the place I'm for.
that looks
I am
nice.
down for Egypt.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
I've always wanted to go, and I know somebody who lives over there, so I would have a personal travel guide. I guess he knows all of the places to go and where not to go and everything.
And he has that included Like he has a
Really?
guide, like a tour and everything included. And like the boat ride, I think is like a 2-day boat ride. So it's like
They
a
do a
mini.
lot of different stuff off of the Nile, so over there, the Red Sea over there too. So there's all kinds of stuff that you can do over there.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
ready.
kind of interested in that.
Ready
I
for
think that
anything.
I think that the Caribbean and everything is getting booked up the way that it's getting booked up pretty much because everybody's just sick of being inside. The numbers have been going down for quite a while.
Yeah.
And if you notice, they stopped talking about it. So their little mass hysteria that they created is over. And so now it's like, go, go.
Well, and I think people are booking the Caribbean because they're like, let's dip our toe in the water and see how, let's do a weekend of 3 or 4 day. Let's do something that's not as extensive to see how it is out there right now. Some people.
That's not it. The Caribbean
Really?
never stopped booking. Never. Cancun stayed hot. Tulum stayed hot the entire time. Never stopped booking Cancun. Definitely Tulum got a little hotter, but never stopped booking Mexico. Period. Jamaica had its on and off, and the Bahamas had its on and off, but Mexico never. People never stopped booking that. It never saw a lull. Period.
Wow. Well, I know
It's just
being
the
on the
fact that everybody's sick of being at home and they're like,
yeah.
because some people were getting COVID even though they were social distancing, even though they weren't, doing those things. And they're like, well, I'm gonna get it anyway. Let me go. And I think that's kind of how they felt because if you look at it, and I know it's kind of silly to say, but it was kind of unfair. I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do. How did I still get it? I got vaccinated. How did I still get it? So they're like being rebellious, like the president of IntelliTravel, James Ferrara, said, revenge travel. They're getting revenge for being grounded. So
well, sick of sitting at home travel. I know I am just dying because, we know all the trips that we had to cancel because of COVID, all the stuff that was planned. And that was just devastating. It just changed everything. It's just crazy. So I don't want to go back to that. I'm ready to get out the house. I'm tired
yeah,
of
me too. Me too. I'm
being
definitely ready to go.
concerned.
And I'm definitely ready to cruise.
Well, let's tell our listeners what we're all about again, because it's been a minute since we've been here. So you and I, well, I'm going to say me. For anybody who's not watched the show before, you've seen Lisa everywhere, but you haven't seen me out in a while. So I'll be on a show here or there, as a guest every now and then, but I haven't been as out there as everybody else is. But I'm Melissa Collins. I am a home-based travel agent. I have my own business, Dream Destination Travel. Lisa and I have known each other for several years, and we got into the travel business together, doing this stuff. And we just decided that we wanted to help people navigate the travel world because we did not know a whole lot when we started. So this show, we kind of base it on like travel tips, current trends, supplier news, industry events, anything that sparks our attention, something that maybe we come across while we're doing our travel, something in the news, something somebody has seen. We like to get out there and, share and let y'all see, what's going on and what we experience and what's out there. Because, we were new to all this when we first started. We didn't know anything and we learned as we went.
Uh,
So tell me about you, Lisa.
yeah, definitely. It's um I have been moving around a little bit. I have not just been in the house, but I definitely haven't moved around as much. And I think some of it is because of the restrictions that have been placed on us, and some of it is just because of the way that my schedule goes. And I am just ready to get out there and do more. I've been, doing a lot of research, and what made me want to say, hey, let's do Travel Talk Tuesday again is because I get a lot of questions. Like, people message me all the time and they ask me, is this true that you have to be vaccinated to travel? And I'm like, no, you don't have to be vaccinated to travel. So it's a lot of people that have a lot of misinformation. And so I think it's good to just get the correct information out there, because some people are saying, oh, you have to be vaccinated to travel, because they're just trying to scare other people into staying home. And they just don't want to, people to get out there because they don't feel it's safe. And it's a valid opinion, and it's a valid, feeling, but it's not okay to spread mistruth out of fear.
Well,
So
a lot of people, there's a lot of misinformation out there. There was already misinformation before, but I think when you get in this kind of a situation where it ends up being a global pandemic, you know how the telephone game plays? I mean,
yeah.
one person starts and then it ends up crazy by the end, and everybody, the person at the end thinks the world's ending. So, I mean, you have to, I am a firm believer in questions and research. So I'm
Absolutely,
not going to
absolutely.
sit back and just believe everything I hear. I mean, I have to say, I kind of locked myself in the house for a while, and it wasn't just the pandemic. There were things going on in my world as well, that did that. But yeah, I kind of been behind closed doors for a little bit, and it's time to get my toes out the door and get busy again. So I'm ready to dip in the sand and in the snow and anywhere my toes will take me.
So, we will take a really quick commercial break, and then we will tell you guys what we have up and what we have learned. So please stay tuned.
Hey, it's your girl Lisa Dene, and I want to tell you about an amazing event that I just found out about. It's called a business fair. Are you tired of going to job fairs when you know you really want to be your own boss? Maybe you just don't know where to start. Well, this business fair, presented by Flat Fee Tax Prep and Services, is just for you. If you're in the Houston and surrounding areas, come and learn all about the many business opportunities available to you. For more information and rates, call 281-661-3975 or visit www.flatfeecreditandtax.com. And don't forget to mention that your girl Lisa Dene and Stunner Radio sent you.
And we are back.
Ooh, I like
So,
little
what do you have planned?
for trips
Travel.
wise. I went looking. I told you the Alaska cruise. Jacob and I have talked about train travel and Dubai. Those are the three things that are on my brain right now. I have not really booked anything yet because I'm trying. I actually just started really looking because I hadn't gotten out there yet. Wasn't ready to get out there yet, but I feel like it's time for me to do that. So those are the three areas that I'm looking for. What about you?
I am thinking about, train travel. I am headed to the Caribbean later this year, and I'm headed to Punta Cana uh, in November. And I am thinking of seeing if I can sneak a cruise in there this year.
Hmm. Well, there's actually one going in January that I'm thinking about getting on. It's an 8-day and it's going to the Bahamas. It's going to Key West and the Bahamas, Nassau, and all those over there. I actually found it yesterday. If you can believe it, it's a decent, really good price for. I actually saw a not a balcony, the next one up. What do they call it after above balcony? Now I can't remember what it's called.
The Cove balcony?
It's actually wasn't a cove. It was a oh my gosh, I can't believe I can't think of the name of them now. Suite.
Oh, a suite?
Yeah. And
What
that
do you
price
want a suite for?
just so I can say I had it. I like the balcony. Why not a suite?
Well, I mean, and you know what? It's the time for that. It's the time for trying, trying out other stuff that we haven't done before. We've had the balcony, so it
Mhm.
is time for us to try the suite, or try an 8-day cruise. Because we've done 7. So
I've done 4, 5, and 7, so it's time. It's time to move up and
yeah.
try different stuff.
Well,
And
I have a couple of cruises actually that I have put together. I have a group for a couples group on the Vista out of Galveston for 7 days, going to Belize, Honduras, and Cozumel. And I'm excited about that one. It's actually pretty decent rates for the Vista. And it's, of course, during Valentine's. But I have, quite a few people that are very interested in that cruise. And then I have another cruise that was just booked today. It's for Turks and Caicos and the Dominican, and it's the private island of Carnival in the Dominican, and it's 5 days out of Miami, and it's really decently priced too.
mm,
So, looking at all these different cruises and, checking out the prices and everything, it makes me, excited for the future of cruising. And I'm super excited, that we had the Vista to go out on Saturday. And, I've been following it. I've been like, there's a
I
person
haven't
that's
heard
up there,
anything, nothing negative at all.
nothing negative.
I've been paying attention, so
Well,
trying
there's
to
a
get.
person on there that's writing. She's writing about it, and like I'm going and checking, everything that she's writing. And she said some of the experiences are the same, and some of them are different. The boarding process was super easy, and that the buffet is the same, but it's easier and better accessible. So it's not like long line at the buffet. And the ship was 95% vaccinated, and the 5% were the children that were on board. And it's at 70% capacity. So I'm really, really hopeful for that. It's looking really, really good.
I have a question about cruising that I came across when I was doing my research, and it's not really. It's just a curious question. So I read an article about cruising, and that one of the cruise lines that is still really hesitant and have postponed their test cruises is Disney. Why do you think that is? I
Hmm.
wouldn't have thought Disney would, because there are a lot of children, and children. I mean, I would think with the vaccine, maybe it's because parents are being cautious about their kids. But I mean, I thought kids, haven't really
Well,
got a lot of COVID, so
Well,
I'm like, I wonder why that is.
that does make sense, because a lot of the children are not approved to take the vaccine at this time, children under 12, and so that would be their biggest target audience, is children under 12. So I could see why they would delay that,
They want to wait maybe
because
on
of that, because the
housing,
CDC is requiring that cruisers be vaccinated.
except for
So,
kids under 12 don't have to be.
but no, kids under 12 can't be.
Right. So you can't.
Well, that's why Disney is not doing it,
True.
because it has to be 95% vaccinated. So there's
For
only a certain amount of kids that they can allow because they're not vaccinated.
well, that explains
So it wouldn't make sense, for Disney
the
to do
sale.
that.
Well, they haven't even
But
done
I
any. They
think
haven't even done any test cruising.
Disney needs to do, listen, Disney, y'all need to do a big kid cruise, because me and Melissa
Yeah,
want to go to the
we want to go
rainforest.
on a Disney cruise. We've been talking about that.
So,
They get
and
treated good.
we're gonna be waxed and vaxxed and ready to go. Okay. So
We want to use
y'all,
the spa. We've been in the spa. We've seen what it looks like. We want to go to the spa.
we've been to the bar, we've been to
Yes.
the cherry on top. And if you need people to do the not cherry on top, the sweet shop, if you need people to do the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo boutique, we will take that sacrifice and we will do
Well,
that.
we
But
will.
we really need to get on this test cruise on the Disney cruise line so that we can go to the rainforest spa.
That was one thing I was going to pull up, but I did not. I just now remembered what I was going to do. I was going to pull up, and I'll do that for a next show. I'm not going to even say what it is right now.
Oh, and that good shrimp. Disney, come
Oh,
on.
yeah, Lisa had the shrimp when we did our when we all had the shrimp, but when we did our tour of the Disney ship, yeah, we got to try out their food, and their food was really good.
Yeah, it was really good. The food was good. And it was really
I like their
the
cabin.
washed hands things was really cool.
The whole place was cool. I
Yeah, it
mean,
was
I
okay.
was anti-Disney until I went on the actual ship. I kept saying, "There's no reason that you'll ever get me on a Disney cruise unless I get grandkids somewhere down the road that we
Oh,
can
I
go."
dragged you on the ship.
And I did not want to go. And when after I got into that little spa place, I was ready to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Disney's amazing. So I really do hope that they get it to where, we could do a test cruise for adults.
Well, and Disney people are Disney people. I mean, they are ride or die.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
they
a
are. They
lover,
are.
you're Disney all the way. So it'll get there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm excited for
Absolutely.
that. So how do you feel about the mandate, that 95% of the ship be vaccinated? And how do you feel about uh Florida bucking the system?
Well, they were smart enough to buck the system and get it that way, I guess. I mean, because that's pretty much there. I mean, I'm surprised Texas. I mean, of course, Florida's got more destinations there, so tourism industry is a big part of a major part of Florida.
Absolutely.
Galveston, it's Texas. It's not Galveston. Yes, Texas. No, is not as much. But yeah, I wish we would have thought about it so that we could have
It's
stayed
not as much.
that.
But I mean, we're almost we're number two. We're second place in that. Um, I'm gonna say it's really all on the governor of Florida because he is adamant that it is not fair or constitutional to even ask if they're vaccinated. He feels like that's their personal business, and that is violating HIPAA. And so that was his argument, because I'm still in my head like, how did you win against the CDC? And
I don't
it's that,
know.
it was that was the card that was pulled. But I did a little research, of course, because I wanted to know, how is that going? So even though that is what the Florida governor said, so Carnival Cruise Line is not, if you're not telling, then you're not selling. And Royal Caribbean has buckled down and said that cruisers from Florida, it was Florida and Texas, but now it's just Florida, do not have to say their vaccination status. But if they do not, then I will answer that in one moment, Wanda. Um, if they do not say that they are vaccinated, they have to have a certain amount of travel insurance, and you have to wear a mask everywhere. And they're just like, they're making you jump through hoops if you don't say that you're vaccinated and show proof that you're vaccinated. So at this point is just it's a moot point. But I was told by some of my customers on my newest group that I booked today that Carnival told them that it's a fluid situation and to just wait 30 days prior and get vaccinated.
Hmm.
I know. And I was told the same thing. So
Yeah, I mean, I think things are gonna, change as we go. It's not gonna be, who can we be to say? I mean, but I don't think it's gonna be like we think it's going to be. I mean,
absolutely.
I'm really surprised about Royal Caribbean, doing theirs differently, but their population is different too for cruising. So,
Definitely.
I mean, I feel like the population that usually travels Royal is going to be vaccinated anyway because they're more of an older population. So, I don't know.
Some
We,
of it.
yeah. So
So
we will see. We will see.
Wanda wants to know, do you know if people that have to sleep with a CPAP, if they are allowed to cruise? If you have to sleep with a CPAP, that does not stop you from cruising. However, if you have other underlying conditions, then you may have to have a fit to sail form from your doctor. But it can facilitate a CPAP machine.
Yeah, you just have to do your little forms. Always got to do your forms.
Definitely, definitely. But the doctors should be used to providing those forms, especially by now. So
Especially, yeah. Oh my, most definitely. Most definitely.
yeah, because there was a rumor that they were going to require the fit to sell form for people over 60,
Right.
and, so that didn't happen, but anybody that has underlying conditions, you should see a physician before you cruise anyway, just for your own safety, not thinking about everybody else, but for your own safety, you should see a physician before you sell. Especially if you have never sailed before and you don't know, how it goes. Whenever I went the first time, I was kind of afraid that maybe I would have motion sickness or maybe, anything like that. And luckily I didn't have any of that. But of course I was nervous, and my first cruise was a 5 day. So it wasn't, just like a little turnaround because we went straight to the Bahamas.
Yeah. Well, but they check everything though, because I remember my first cruise was a 4-day cruise, but when we did our excursion, you had to do like a medical checklist thing for your excursions too. So that's something everybody needs to check into, because I didn't even realize I had had a hysterectomy um, like 4 months prior to cruising, and certain excursions you have to be so many months post-op of a surgery before they'll let you participating in certain activities.
Right. And I did notice that, when I was looking at excursions for Chef Square's 40th birthday, I was looking at excursions, and I did notice that some of them were saying, if you have limited mobility or if you get winded easily, they're pretty thorough with
Right,
screening
very
so
much.
that so that you don't waste your money and so that you don't go out there and wear yourself out.
Most definitely. So definitely, ask questions, that's what we're for. Uh,
Absolutely, absolutely. We love answering questions. We love getting correct information out there. We love everything about travel. We've been on this journey for a while.
oh yeah, and if we don't know the answer, we know where to find the answer. So we will find out.
Okay. Okay, Wanda, that's awesome. So you have a group going March the 5th. That's amazing. Congrats on your group. I've noticed that groups are going crazy.
Yeah.
Your client doesn't have underlying conditions, yeah. Awesome, awesome. But still make sure that she goes to see her doctor before she cruises, so that any kind of precaution that her doctor could tell her she needs to take, that she can take that precaution. I'm excited. Everybody is booking cruises, everybody's booking groups. 16 people. You go, Wanda.
Awesome job.
Yes, I'm excited for everybody. I'm excited for the agents that are going out here booking like mad.
So
You're so welcome. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate your support.
let's talk about our new and I know it's not new, but it's new for me because like I've been behind closed doors for a while. But let's talk about our amazing website and all of our stuff that we have, all of our
Oh
personal
my
content.
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's beautiful, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Have you looked at your new website? I'm just
I
loving
did.
my new website.
When they dropped the new website, I went and I clicked on it. Like, I didn't even read the rest of the post. I just clicked on it. So if you guys don't know, Melissa and I are IntelliTravel ambassadors. IntelliTravel is our host agency. IntelliTravel is 30 years old. They're the original home-based travel agency. So if you are a home-based agent, then congratulations to IntelliTravel for coming up with that idea.
Yep.
And we are lucky to have fallen into the best host agency, because a lot of times people have to, fall in and out of different opportunities to learn. And luckily we fell into it, at first. And I say fell into it because we had no clue. we didn't know. And so, and we have done research, we're not saying, oh, it's the best because we're a part of it. No, we have done research, because one thing you'll learn about Lisa the Boss Lady is if my name is attached to it, it needs to be the best. It needs to be the winner. It needs to be number one, period. And so we have definitely done research to make sure that that is the case. So our fabulous host has revamped the IntelliTravel.com website. So if you're watching, go to IntelliTravel.com and it will tell you, you know, because you guys are like, why are you travel agents always telling people to be a travel agent? Go to IntelliTravel.com and click on benefits, advisor benefits. Click on advisor benefits, and then you'll see exactly why we try to tell you to be a travel agent.
Why we do what we do.
Exactly. Because one thing that I have learned is you really don't know what you don't know. And if you knew what we knew, then you would do what we do. So
I went and placed an order. I've got my new mug. I've got my new mask.
You're getting mugs.
I got a mug and a mask. I fixed my website. I got my letter of verification because I hadn't had one since COVID. So I got
I've been here for a year.
So I got my new letter of verification, so I can get that on my phone, so I can, you know, have that for when I go do my fantastic rates.
Guys,
Melissa
is ready.
Melissa's out there. Yes, I am. I'm getting my stuff ready to go.
I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. We're going to be doing a lot of training. We're going to be doing a lot of in person. So we're going to get back out there, you know, like we used to. And it's going to be really like exciting. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be informative. It's going to be high spirited, high energy. You know, I'm going to go back to drinking my Monster right before I go on. So you guys get full energy.
Definitely. So anybody that's watching, or, you know, anybody that has any questions or anything that they want to see, definitely put it in the comments or let us know, because we're making our schedule of guests that we're going to have on the show. It's not just going to be us talking all the time. We just us today because this is our new relaunch. So we're just, you know, getting y'all acquainted to us again. But we have some really cool guests coming up in the next month already. So
I know, already.
I'm excited about the first month already. So
I'm definitely excited.
Should we tell them now or make them wait to find out until we know?
Well, we can tell them. You guys know I'm a Carnival girl anyways. So, of course, our first guest is going to be Carnival Cruise Lines, of course. And it's none other than our favorite business development manager, Aliette Gonzalez-Penton. She is the business development manager for IntelliTravel, and she's amazing. And she helps us all the time, and she just goes above and beyond. I love seeing her gorgeous face. She's always smiling. She's always happy, and it's infectious. So even if you're on live with her, you can't help but to smile because her face is she just has that glow. So I'm super excited about that. I'm super excited to talk with her because everything that you guys are hearing from, you know, you can definitely hear directly from Carnival Cruise Lines.
Well, it makes a difference. Honestly, it makes a difference. We can sit here and talk till we're blue in the face, but when you see somebody that is, you know, a employee or someone that works with that company, of course you're going to listen to them. I mean, we can say whatever we wanted to say, and it's not going to be the same. So yeah, we can show, and I think that relationship that IntelliTravel has with Carnival says a lot about IntelliTravel as well.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the reasons I love having her and having, you know, Carnival affiliates with us on the show. Shows that they truly care about the IntelliTravel agents.
They do. I spoke with Aliette this morning, and she, you know, was telling me she thought that she was on tonight.
Oh, did she?
And she was like, "Is it tonight?" And I was like, "We're going on tonight, but you're next week." And she was like, "Okay." But I love that she reached out to me and that she remembered that we were going live tonight. So big shout out to Aliette. You know, she's amazing. She's very supportive. And Carnival, they actually care. You know, the face of Carnival, Adolfo Perez, he wrote me a postcard. His handwriting is a little illegible, but but the fact that
He's
he
very
wrote
personable.
it, I love the fact that he wrote it. He wrote
Yeah,
a postcard to me because a lot of times when you support someone, you don't get that thanks back. You don't get thank you for supporting us. You don't get that. But Carnival is that's not Carnival. They will thank you and they thank you personally. I've gotten thank yous from Adolfo, from Mike, Julius, from Kirk, from Aliette. You know, I really love the Carnival Cruise Line family. They really take away that corporate feel.
oh yeah, and their education is just amazing. I mean, you can have a wonderful website, but when you have an actual chat just for your IntelliTravel agents where you can ask questions whenever and wherever, and you know you've got that support, it's a huge it's just a different feeling that you have. I mean, I feel more comfortable, and I'm cruising is my niche, as you call it, anyway. But I am the most comfortable with that because I just feel the love from the company and the support. So it makes a huge difference.
And it's also really user friendly. It's a
True,
really
it is.
easy, so easy to book on Carnival. It's seamless. And what I really love about the cruise lines, not just Carnival, but Royal Caribbean as well, when we're finding rates for our guests, we usually can find some little hidden gems in there that they can't see. And I
Definitely.
love being able to help them in that way.
And we can't just talk about Carnival now because we're
Of
going to
course.
have, we love Carnival, but we have our very own wonderful BDM here in Houston for Royal Caribbean as well. Mr. Rusty Fletcher was going to be on the show for Royal Caribbean this month as well. So we're spreading the love amongst the cruise lines.
Absolutely. And I want to hear from both. I want to hear,
Definitely.
facts from both. And I love Rusty. He is fun and he's
It's so
funny.
fun.
I love
He
it.
does the same thing. He has spreadsheets, and he always allows. He doesn't have a problem with answering questions and reaching out. So I mean, he's super super helpful as well. So
And
I
I was able to learn how to navigate the Royal Caribbean site a little bit better because of
me
him.
too.
Yeah, he really helped me a lot. So it used to be difficult for me, but now it's not as difficult for me. So I can spread the love to my customers as well. And so it depends if you're a Carnival person or if you're a Royal person, we can help you either way.
Yeah.
And I love that we are backed up by the suppliers. But it's not just cruises. We have Kelly from Vacation Express that is going to
Hey,
come and join us as well. And Vacation Express is an amazing
I love Vacation Express.
supplier. Yes, I love the fact that they do charter flights. And have you
Yes.
seen the new charter flight list?
No, I have not seen the new list yet.
There are new cities. So,
Really,
yes, there are. So you should go look.
I need to go look because that is one place I have not looked at yet. So I need to do that.
So when Melissa and I are booking your vacations and we're using Vacation Express, which is powered by Sunwing, we are able to likely get you on a charter flight, because I know a lot of people are like, anything but Spirit. But sometimes we can get you on a charter flight. So that's all of your party on the same flight. And so that's what we love about Vacation Express that makes them different. And they have a lot of deals that we are able to offer you guys. So we're super excited to talk with Kelly about that. And I'm going to reach out to Tyler Siddell.
Are you?
I am. And
Okay.
so we can hear from Apple Leisure Group because they're amazing
They're a
too.
big one as well. Yes.
They're amazing. And I want to shout out Apple Leisure Group because Lisa at FunJet is amazing. She has helped us with group after group after group. And if you call and ask for her, she will get on the phone.
Really?
Yes.
That's a good thing to know.
Yes.
Didn't know that.
Yes.
I really have to get back in my back office because it's been a little while since I've dabbled in some stuff, so I need to get my stuff back in there.
I also want to shout out Lucero from Riu Properties. We love Riu.
We love Riu.
Rius are pretty, they're inexpensive, and they're all inclusive. And I would love to have Lucero come and tell us about the new properties. But if she doesn't, I will.
Well, you do a lot of your Ryu, so you know you're a Ryu girl.
Definitely, definitely. When I heard she was coming to Houston, I was super excited to sit down with her.
I mean, there's a lot of different suppliers here in the area that I don't think that are close. If they're not Houston, they're Dallas based too. So, now that our show format has changed somewhat, and we actually do not have an office location that we must go to, we have adapted to the virtual world. Um, we can we can have anyone from anywhere on the show.
Absolutely. And that's what I love. That's what I love
And that
about
helps
Summer
the
Radio.
suppliers as well as us, because we were having some suppliers that were coming to town, going to an actual station for our show, and
Right.
that's their time and their money. So
Absolutely. Absolutely.
now they can do
Absolutely.
it I think, which is an idea that I have, that I think we need to dabble into, is we need to get one of our suppliers to do a live show from one of their fam trips.
That's a good idea. So we are going to talk about that a little bit more after this really quick commercial break. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you looking for ways to take your business to the next level? Well, Houston, we have a solution. The Boss Up Bootcamp is here to help you level up. Join Lisa, the Boss Lady, and her amazing roster of speakers that will give you the inside scoop on turning your side hustle into multiple streams of income. This is your year to level up, but don't delay. Register now before it's sold out. Visit www.lisathebosslady.com to register for this event and for more information. That's Lisa, Lysa, Bosslady.com. Remember, you got to be in it to win it. So register today and don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Yes. So that's a really good idea, Melissa, to have a supplier live during a fam trip.
I have another, yeah. Because we would be at destination. As long as the Wi-Fi is good, I don't see why we couldn't do that, and we could show some of the partners and customers, what certain things are that are out there.
Absolutely. That is definitely a good idea. And we're going to discover that a little bit more and see what we could do about that. Because the whole reason that we do this is to get the information out there to,
Absolutely.
Travel agents and to clients as well, because we're not just here to help travel agents. We're here to help clients as well. I love my clients. They're all my friends now. And so I want to do whatever I can to help them. The majority of have that are my clients, they were initially people that I did not know. The majority of people that I book travel for are people that I just met on Facebook or Instagram or just randomly met, and I don't know them, and they're now all my friends. And I was just talking to another lady earlier who I booked the group cruise for, and she was like, "You know what I like? I pay attention. For one, I'm nosy."
Well, yeah.
So I pay attention. And so when they're asking me things, I'm learning who you are so I can give you what you're asking for, sometimes without you asking.
Well, that's what the whole travel agent thing is about. I know there's certain people that I book that their thing is they don't. I have one specific client where they want as cheap as they can get. That's just what they want. They don't care. They just want the experience. They don't care if they're sleeping on the deck. They just want to go. So, and that's okay. That's what they want. And then I have some people that I know that if they have to fly Spirit, they are not going. So, and we know, because we know them, we've booked them before, what they like, and they don't have to say that. So, that's the beauty of being an agent and knowing your people.
That's true. That's definitely true. I have clients like that, but I also have clients that I want luxury.
Oh,
It has
absolutely.
to be 3,000 thread count sheets, and and you get to know who they are. Like the same thing between you and I. When we have traveled together countless times,
Several.
and that a room on the 44th floor is not going to work out for me.
Nope. It'll be a pain in the butt for both of us because you're going to be hanging on to the elevator when we go.
Because Eric, I'm afraid of heights.
Mhm.
You know that when we're out going somewhere, I'm not going to use the bathroom because I don't do public bathrooms. So those are things that we pick up and we learn from our clients so that we're able to, better assist them. And that's what I love about my repeat clients. The only thing is I'm running short on clients because they're joining me in business.
Oh, well, that's a plus as well. So yeah, I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that. I would love to teach you how to make money and save money on what you're going to do. However, if you don't want to, I would love to continue to help you save money and to advocate for you in the event that something goes wrong. Melissa, why would somebody need a travel agent?
Because we know more. And not even
You
just.
sound like a snob. We know more.
Well, I mean, okay. You and I, we are all about the education. We go to the events. We learn about the different locations. We do the FAMs. We do the ship inspections. When I do a ship inspection, I go to every area that my customers can go live so that they see, all the different areas. They know where their kids are going to be when they go on a ship. They know what the food section looks like. They know what the pool looks like. They know what the cabins look like. So we do all of that legwork for them, and we can tell them the different areas about what we've experienced if we've been there. I didn't know anything about travel insurance until I became a travel agent. Didn't even know
Me neither.
that there was such a thing.
Me neither.
So, and would never have thought to even have it until I learned you need to have it. So, and now I don't go anywhere without it. So, you learn by doing, and you learn. We sure did, because I had never really traveled until I became a travel agent. So,
yeah, same.
We know the good and the bad, and I don't have a problem sharing the bad, because I've made mistakes. Thank goodness the mistakes I've made have been on myself. So that was a good thing. And that
like not booking transportation.
Yes, my very first trip to Florida, and booked everything except forgot about the transportation and had to take the public transportation.
Well, it's been a journey. We've learned. But the major thing that makes it advantageous to have a travel agent is because we can advocate for you. It's been a couple of times where we have sent a client somewhere and there's something that's not going as planned. Sometimes it's not something that is warranted. But if my client is unhappy, then I want my client happy, period. So when you're at destination and something is not going as it should go, or how you think it should go, you can contact me and I can contact the supplier, and you don't have to hold on. And you don't have to wait for a supervisor to call you back. I may have to wait for a supervisor to call me back, but it's not going to take 3 days. It's not going to, be the experience that I got as a consumer. It won't be that. When I call the supplier and I tell them who I am and I tell them who I'm with, they're going to work on getting that fixed right now, because nobody wants to be viewed as a bad supplier or a bad vendor or have bad customer service. And even if it's something that you don't deserve, then I can at least call and try to advocate it for you. And you can't do that online. So if you're online, and when you're online, they can show you all these beautiful pictures, and you can get there and
it not be the same thing.
You'll be on Chilligan's Island,
yeah,
fighting a puppy like Martin.
Absolutely.
And that's the difference, because we've went to those properties. We know what they look like. The pictures that you see on our phone are the pictures that are in that brochure. And that's the difference. And if for instance you do get Chilligan's Island by, by mistake, then we can advocate that for you versus you trying to go to the supplier and get the runaround, as a consumer. And
Yeah,
that's what we're
sometimes they do listen to us a little bit more because, they want us to book with them again. So,
absolutely, absolutely, because
trying to book with
we
them
are
again if you're rude.
yeah, we're bringing them business. They don't want to, they don't want for us to go and tell our client, I booked one of my clients here, and they don't want that. So of
Mhm.
course they're going to try to solve the problems, and we're going to try to, get you a solution as best we can. And usually I'm going to say 8 times out of 10 we can get you a better solution.
Absolutely.
And we're going to make sure that when you're there that you have transportation. we we
Because we
solve
know
we
now.
solve problems that you don't know that you have.
Well, we talk to each other, so we learn from each other too.
Absolutely, absolutely. We solve problems that you don't know that you have in ways that you don't even know. and that's and that's
Absolutely.
literally what happens, because I have people tell me all the time, "Oh, it's COVID. They're going to give me a refund. I don't need travel insurance."
Oh no.
No, no. That is not the case. And besides that, it's not travel insurance is not just for cancellation. It's for if you go and you get sick, it's for if you lose your baggage, if your flight is delayed, if your trip is delayed. I had a client who she had an emergency back at her home. She had to leave her vacation and go back home, and her trip interruption covered that. And she went back home. She checked on things and went back to her vacation. And so, those are things that of course are unfortunate, but they're also things that you don't think of. You can't possibly, anticipate that situation. So, it's important for that. I know another person who went on an excursion in Cancun, and she fell off an ATV and was dragged. And so she had burns all on the side of her body, but she didn't have travel protection or a passport. And so she had to get back on the cruise. And the only thing that they could do was just like keep giving her painkillers until she got back, because medical insurance does not work on that water.
Mm-hmm.
And that those services are like $30,000.
Well, if you
So
don't have a passport, you can't leave. You can't,
you can't
go.
stay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have a way to get back home. That's the
Right.
reason why I tell my clients, my cruise clients, they're all like, "Well, you don't have to have a passport." Well, no, you don't, but I recommend that you do.
Absolutely.
You never know, what could possibly. I mean, you can't predict it, anything that could possibly happen, and I'm not that person that's going to take that chance.
So listen, guys, the passport line is way shorter.
Yeah, so now's the time to get your passport, people.
No, when you're on the cruise and you're getting back on the ship, that passport line is way shorter. You don't have to wait in that long line like everybody with the birth certificate and ID. So definitely get your passport and go through the short line.
Uh,
And if you don't have a passport right now, go get it. Hurry up, because
Go on my
Travel Talk
website and get one.
Tuesday, yeah, dude, Travel Talk Tuesday, Love and Entrepreneurship, Stunner Radio, we are going places, and it might necessarily not be in the United States. So go get that passport because you want to be a part of it. What are you doing?
Sorry, I thought I was trying to change something, and I thought I clicked. I had a horrible look on my face. I thought I clicked myself out of the show.
I know. I was like, "What did you do?"
I thought I did. I didn't. Shoot.
Funny, so funny.
Oh my gosh! Still getting to the new. Okay.
So, what do you have planned next for you?
Me, you know me. You tell me what. Okay, knowing me, what I've done the last 6 months. What do you think I have planned for me right now?
To look at the walls like you've been doing.
No. No, I'm in the research mode again. Did you ever notice the last 2 days?
That's good.
I'm in the research mode now. So I've got some stuff put in place. I'm looking at some cruises. My son is sitting over here on the other side because we got business to talk tonight after the show. Yeah.
Okay, Jake.
How'd you know it was him? He's my travel buddy.
Your other sons are gone away far.
That is true. That is true. So yeah, he's the
Yeah,
one who
and
travels
he's
with
your
me
travel
everywhere.
buddy.
He's my travel buddy, and we haven't been anywhere in a while.
Yeah, it's been we
So
none of us have really been anywhere in a while, and so I'm really excited to, get back out there so that I can so we can show everybody, what it is, what it's like out there and what's going on. And I will say that I don't think that it's as bad as it was before, just because of how it is around, just around the house, around the job, around, here it's different. It's not like it was before around here. So I'm looking forward to seeing, what the Caribbean is, what the Dominican is.
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
I'm so ready. I need a vacation.
I know, me too.
So,
So let's prep them for next week.
so next week we are going to speak with Aliette Gonzalez Penton, the business development manager for Carnival Cruise Lines, and we're gonna ask her all the questions that you guys want to know. So please, please, please go on Travel Talk Tuesday, like, share, and write in the comments if you're watching the replay or if you watch live, so that we can know. And guys, we really, really appreciate all the support. We appreciate every single view, every like, every share. Please, continue to like us and share us. And you can go to Travel Talk Tuesday on Facebook. And if you have questions for Aliette Gonzalez Penton of Carnival Cruise Lines, please write your questions there so that we can get those questions answered. And definitely tune in and write in the comments so that we can get those questions answered straight from the horse's mouth.
That's right. Ask them while they're there, straight from the horse's mouth.
Absolutely.
And if you think of something later, or you're just on the page and in a topic interests you, put it in there. And maybe something that we decide to make a show about. You never know.
Yes, because we are your voice.
Yes, that's what we're here for.
That's exactly what we're here for. We're here about getting those questions answered. We're here about, making sure that you have a 1000% pleasant vacation experience at a price that I would pay. And I'm cheap.
A price that you would pay. That's hilarious.
Absolutely.
And we share info. We are transparent as they come.
So. Wanda Thornton says, this is awesome. See you next week.
Yay.
Thank you, Wanda.
Awesome. So
yes, we'll see you. Definitely we'll see you next week. We are super excited about everything. Thank you so much. Definitely like, share. You can go and see my business page on Facebook, Book with the THA Boss Lady, and I post all my travel deals on there. And I also have a Facebook group called the Pretty Girl Travel Clique, and it's CLIQUE, and I post all my deals in there as well. And we ask and answer questions, and we get silly. So definitely, go follow those pages and look on there. Follow Stunner Radio.
Definitely follow Stunner Radio as well. And my page is on there. I have different things going on around the world that different companies post onto my page under Dream Destination Travel. So go on there and look at that as well. I mean, just reach out to us and follow and see what's going on. We're going to keep having new things coming out all the time. And, we're excited to be back and share.
Yes, next week we have more information for you guys. We're putting our heads together and we're getting that good old information ready for you guys. So we're super excited for that. And we're super excited to have you join us and have you here with us. So definitely stay along for the ride because it is about to go down.
Definitely. See you all next week.
Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys next Tuesday on Travel Talk Tuesday.
Good night.